vibratory movement of the energy in this state. We are not sure where we are with these 9 numbers in the 0, but we do know that there are 220 three-digit numbers. That's all there are on planet Earth. I'll show you that chart in a minute. 110 what are called straight-up combination numbers, 90 doubles. Take one and pass it out. That's how you play the game. 90 doubles and 10 triples. That's it. Yesterday's number, if anybody did the workout, was in the same place that the 897 was last Saturday, but it was 503. And two factors remain in catching the number in the workout is selecting the correct lead number. Yesterday's lead number was 0. The reason for that, write this down. A 0 tends to follow a 4. Now, I was supposed to mention last Saturday, after we looked at 897, that after a serial number, which 897 is a serial number, like 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, and so on, a double tends to fall 1 to 3 days after a serial number. But I wanted to see what happened in Georgia before I bring up these antidotes and maxioms to find out if they are following the same law, and they are. Okay, this state has had a barrage of doubles out of 15 numbers. 6 of them have been doubles. Okay, and the lottery's only been playing 15 days, so you're under the influence of phenomena. Your triple might jump out there today. You don't tell them anyway. Let's look at this while we're here. These are the 3 columns of the first part of the workout. If you notice at the top, there's the code of how to structure the workout. This is the number that played yesterday, 530. That's what you set the workout up with. These, whatever number falls the previous day, the next day you take that number to set up the workout. Okay? You count by adding a number to each column. Here you add one number to each column. That's called the 111 count. The next is the 123 count. The next is the 137 count. You're just simply adding numbers until you come back to the same number. If it comes back to the same number, then the workout is correct. If it does not come back to the same workout, go back. You missed something, and you will miss something. I've done it myself too many times. This shows you how numbers tend to move. The boast of its accuracy is approximately 70% accurate. I won't try to go any higher than that because there's a point when it doesn't show the number. Okay, it didn't show 224. I spent $20. I was so sure I had it. Boom, it wasn't there. Sometimes it just ain't there. Okay. So at that point, you're waiting on both destiny and the future in terms of getting the number. The next thing you do when you get a number is you go play. There's one woman who writes a little sheet called Mama in Ohio, and on the top of the sheet is, don't think, bet. Because folks have talked themselves out of the number on the way to the window. I've done it myself, Oh, that ain't coming. That ain't boom, boom, boom. Bam! Okay, so get the number, head for the window. Yeah.
What's the maximum you've known someone to play the numbers and win a frequency? What's the...
Carter, V. Bay Carter Bay has hit 200. The last time I talked with him was over a year ago. 273 times in 4 years. That was last year. This is the workout Carter uses, but he uses a $50 money pad with it. He starts with $50, but he's getting 3 checks from the government, so he ain't worried about losing money. But he's got somewhere in the neighborhood playing 3-digit lottery. Okay, I don't know what he's won with 4-digit and scratch off. He's a Leo, lucky as heck, you know. But he knows something. Okay, he knows his signs. He's a Moor, and he knows it works. He doesn't have dreams. He doesn't have visions. He uses the workout 371 times. Sometimes he'll share his information. Sometimes he'll want the more stingy. I don't know what it's going to be today, brother. Got the tickets in his pocket already. Yeah, right, man. Okay. Okay, once you set up the workout, you go to whatever number is in the center. That's your code number for the accumulation columns. Whatever this number is, it happens to be 3. You take this number and the next 3 numbers on the left-hand side and add them together. 3 and 6, 3 and 7, 3 and 8. But before you get to 3 and 8, you take this number, the second number, and the third number, and add those together. So you come up with 36 here, 37 here, 45 here and here, and 38 here and here. Those are the base of your 4 accumulation columns. Then you count backwards. Energy moves both forward and backwards. That's what is called retrograde in astrology. When the energy reverses, the planets don't go backwards, the energy goes backwards. I compared it to holding a bottle sideways and watching the pop drain out of the bottom of the bottle to give a visualization of retrograde energy, and energy moves backwards. We just don't measure time going backwards in this culture or any culture of the heavier sciences. Okay, once you get your accumulation, okay, you count backwards. 3, 2, 1, 0, 6, 5, 4, 3. Did I take it up? Oh, boy. Did I take it up 4 times? Yeah, okay, 4 times. Take it up 4 times, you get 4 columns. This is your accumulation. From here, you draw how many of each number is showing. Okay. There are 4 1s, 5 2s, so forth, etc., etc., etc. Like Professor likes to say when he doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. And the number that does not show, 9. Recall, last Saturday, the 8 did not show. It was minus. It played. The probability of the 9 playing is given credibility as much as it is not showing. My prognosis, I'm going to go out here on the limb today, got to look like a prophet. I'm looking for the 0 to come back. Because when that 224 fell, Lucinda was talking about doubles. Hollered out, bet not no double play. Bam, the double jumped out there. So we're in a new type game in terms of the state of Georgia. There are no records for lottery in the state of Georgia. So we're really observing. The first advisor you have in this game is your intuition, your spirit. There are only 220 numbers. The spirit knows all of them, okay, and knows when they're going to play. So what you do in meditation is get quiet and ask. Sometimes it's just that simple. You know, Mama fed a lot of y'all with this. Quiet is being kept. You know, you pray to the Lord. The Lord give her one, yeah.
Okay, one more time. As far as counting the numbers like 5, to get the numbers at the bottom like 0314, right. Go through that process one more time. That's
You
the process.
count backwards.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay, starting from up
They
top
come
here.
from this number here, and the 3 numbers on the left-hand side down to the top of the square.
Okay, so that would be 36. Okay,
Yeah.
6.
Where's what you call that? What you call it? Where's Don?
Oh, she does work.
Oh, okay. Well, Don would have all this information written down, see.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Okay. That's all you do. Take the middle number, or whatever number's here,
Right.
and the three numbers under this number. You don't use this number, but this number here and the three numbers here. Why that's done, I don't know.
Where does the
This is an
45
old...
come from?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Where the 45 come from?
Comes from the center.
The second and third number, whatever it is, whatever this number and this number is, becomes the third column here. Okay? Whatever these two numbers are, whatever. And it gives you accumulation. Now, what you do then is you watch the columns. Yesterday, there were 5 threes. 5 is the vibration of change and movement, travel. It tends to indicate the number that's going to play. There are 5 2s in there today. 2, 2, 4 played yesterday. One of the 2s could come back. I think I played 025. I played 026. Yeah. This is what I played yesterday. You know, the 503 right there on top of the thing. But it's a little hard behind, if you notice. No 2, no 4. The easiest thing about a double is that you only have to work with 2 numbers in making an estimate in terms of what's coming back. But this, what we are seeing at this point is that no parts of the double is coming back. No, it couldn't be your husband. Isaac, did you pick your wife up Sunday? Pick her up physically? Was that you? Or was that Rents?
Oh, it wasn't me. It must have been.
Who was that picked their wife up out at the center? If I remember, whoever it was, this is, I want you to see this phenomenon. This is what was on the cover of this. Now look just above her head. That's what fell Sunday. Guess what the other part of 446 plays for? 646 plays for? Christ. Oh, well, boy. Interesting. Symbology is the other part of getting insight to this number. One of the reasons why it's important to have some knowledge about symbology, because the right side of your brain works with symbols and images. The left side works with language and logic and math. Okay. Is that fairly understood? You got a picture of what's going on there? Okay. The Hemmitt brothers ought to be real good at that. I'm going to see but one of them here today.
There's 2.
There's 2 of them. Where's the other one?
Yeah,
Well,
word.
okay. Y'all should be good at this. And this is one way to get the money, gentlemen. Okay. Pay attention. This is how you have an overnight success factor in your life. You know? Okay. Now, we understand that. So what we do then, we go to the accumulation column and we start picking a number. What I want you all to do is start selecting a lead number. Take the lead number to this column first and start with whatever that number is here. Move it up 1 and down 1. Then move the rest of the numbers to that number. Okay, for instance, here, 863. That's a good number because one of the digits is a 3. There's 6 3s showing. That's a good accumulation. So you put a circle around 863. It's way overdue. I don't think I played it. Damn. Well, anyway. Then you move this number down to the 3, which would compose 763. Okay? This is how numbers move, forward and backwards. Not the numbers, the energy. Okay? In numerology, we're not talking about these. These are symbols. What moves is energy, is spirit, is power. That's numeros. Okay? These are indicators of that energy and of that spirit. Same thing the clock shows you. Except the clock simply doesn't show you the last half hour passed by unless you look back. Okay? That's the only difference. Okay. Then you would take the next number and move it up. no, not this one here. You'd move this number down. Give you 973. That's a good. They're all good numbers with this 3 around it here. Okay. That's how you compose the digit. But you take your lead number and you look at the list of numbers first in the square, with that number in it. Then you write that down to observe, okay? Then you move to the next column. Or you go down the column and here's another 3. Now what I did, this is what I played. I played an old 38, because it's right here in the center. The 8 moved up. Okay. Looking at the 3. Pulling the 0 down composes 308. Pulling the 2 up composes to the 3 composes 328. Pulling the 7 down, 317. I should have played that. That's a good number. That's a fast number. That's how you work with your lead number. If you have the leisure time, you can take all 3 numbers and move them around to find out which one fits best in terms of fast numbers. Now later on I'm going to give you a list of numbers for the state of Ohio that are the fastest playing numbers for the past 12 years. Okay, but I don't want to confuse that with first focusing your attention on the workout. This is, and you'll have it right in front of you, and your mind will get busy giving you all kind of stuff. Well, I spent $4.73 on the grocery list yesterday, and the laundry, all the numbers are up here. We think with numerals. We think with the energy that makes numbers. There's almost nothing a human being can do without numbers. You got to get up with the clock. You got to have the right bus fare. You got to constantly look at numbers.
When you put that gas in your car, you got to notice them.
Right. It's almost impossible to get away from them. So they're all going, actually they're only 9 numbers and a 0. That's all they are. That's what you're working with, 9 numbers. And they're constantly moving in our consciousness. Everything around us, probably for the first time in history, is recorded with a number. Everything. Scraps of paper. As a number. Serial number. Seal number. And then, of course, the price. So we're constantly moving with these numbers. So the idea is to focus on the workout, to keep yourself from getting distracted by all of these subconscious suggestions. That's the work of the subconscious. When you wonder what the number's going to be, the subconscious starts kicking up numbers. Boom, 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 click, click. So write down your numbers, count how much money you're going to spend before you go over there, and refuse to spend any more. If I said I'm going to spend $7.50, if I'd gone on and did all the zeros in there, I'd have spent about $20. I'd have called it, but I called it in a box because I didn't have it 305. I didn't have 530. I had 503. So the idea is to discipline yourself. The addiction of lottery is 2 factors, and I'm going to mention every Saturday the same thing. I'm going to mention it. We like to know the future. We have a faculty in our brain to know the future with. It is natural for a human being to know and foresee the future. That's natural. With this game, it excites the brain. It's a pleasure game for the brain. See? That's where the addiction begins. Many people are betting because they like to bet. Many people are playing because they like the idea of guessing what it's going to be. That's as close as most people come to prophecy, except those that are prophets of doom. So the brain gets addicted to this. Okay? So you have to make and take control of your own chemistry. Some days just don't play just for disciplinary purposes, even if you think you've got the number. You got a shot at it 7 days a week. It ain't going nowhere. This is one thing about